Welcome to season 5 of the Sunnydale Diaries,
What, what?
a podcast where I, Sean,
And I, Melanie.
watch and discuss every episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and how the themes of those episodes impact our lives.
Sean, you sound so calm and like even keeled in that intro.
Thank you.
Yeah. Professional.
It's
Season
season 5.
5. Holy smokes, Sean.
I know. There's probably a point where you didn't think we'd get through season 1.
I'm sure there was. Yep. So, tonight we are talking about season 5, episode 1, Buffy versus Dracula. Wah.
If you are new to the podcast, welcome. You joined at the beginning of my favorite season.
Oh, this is your favorite season?
Season 5 is my favorite for the storyline.
Okay.
Yes.
Exciting, right?
And if you are returning, we are happy to have you here starting season 5 with us.
Welcome.
So, this one, Buffy versus Dracula,
Yeah.
starts out after the credits on the beach.
Oh, and in the credits, new credits.
Yes, yeah, new
New
credits.
credits. And Emma Caulfield is in the credits now,
Mhm.
like as a regular cast member, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. See, paying attention, Sean.
Good. That's good. Yeah, I have some notes on the credits when we get there.
So there's a scene at the beginning of the episode where they're all at the beach having a fun time because it's summer. Yay!
Mhm.
Are you a beach person? Are you a
I would
beach
like to
person or
say,
a pool person?
oh, pool person. Now,
Yeah?
yeah.
Always?
I Well, no, growing up, we did not have a pool.
Oh,
So, we went I feel like I've mentioned this before, but we went to the beach every Sunday in the summer.
wow.
My father had Sundays and Mondays off from work,
Yeah.
and after Memorial Day, even maybe before Memorial Day, every Sunday, we went to the beach. Sunday afternoons because he doesn't like crowds, so we get there at, like, 2 p.m. when a lot of
Smart.
people are getting ready to leave.
Yeah.
And my mom would pack a cooler. She would make fried chicken or something and wrap everything up in foil.
Yeah.
And we'd go from like 2 to 6, 2 to 7.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
As a child. So that was as a
As a
child.
chi-
As you got older, were you still a beach
I
person?
mean, it's not that I don't like the beach, but I just, it's so hot here in
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be baking in the sun for, 3 hours. A couple of years ago, we went to go visit my godmother who lives on Marco Island and down southwest coast of Florida. And we went in the water and it was like body temperature. And that's just gross. That's not enjoyable.
Yes, yes.
I mean, I think I appreciate sunsets at the beach
Yeah,
like that. And, a walk on the beach in the evening or like at night. Like
yeah.
one of my favorite memories with two friends of mine from college, we had done a road trip down to Florida when I was still living on Long Island. And one night we just walked out to the beach and just sat there for like 2 hours, just like singing random songs and just
Oh,
talking. And like, so I like nights at the beach, but yeah, I'm just not a let's just go lay out at the beach person anymore.
I think going to the beach up north is a lot different than going to the beach in Florida, right?
What makes you say that? What makes it different?
Well, the beaches themselves aren't the nice sandy, beaches that they have in Florida. I
Right.
think a beach going to the beach in well, there's such a small season you can go to the beach up north. I think also it's more about there's I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I left up north when I was so young, but what I remember
Yeah.
is we went to the beach like on Easter or on special occasions, and you go to the beach and you're not going swimming really because it's too freaking cold. So you're just
Right.
going to sit, or you're going to like a boardwalk, or you're going
Mhm.
to eat food, and then you take a little walk. That's about it. where,
Yeah,
you know, where Florida beach life is you go and you're staying and you're sunning yourself and you're in the water and you're, you're staying all day.
yeah. Like, sorry, go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
Even like in June, the water temperature on Long Island was still pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember my sister and I swimming in like Memorial Day weekend, and it's the water's in the 60s.
Yeah.
Now I won't get in my pool if it's
Yeah.
below 83.
That's all you knew then, you know? I
Yeah,
mean, we had a pool when I was little in New Hampshire, and yeah, it was always in the 60s, but we'd get in. I think I probably have said this on this podcast or to you in general offline. It was like, "Okay, you have to get out now, your lips are blue."
yeah, yeah.
You know?
And we had 2 different types of beaches on Long Island, so the whole North Shore is rocky with I mean, some sand, but a lot of
Yep.
rocks, but the South Shore is all sand. Like,
Yeah,
still not as nice as, like, Clearwater Beach, but
right.
and we always went to the North Shore one, maybe, like, one time a summer, we'd go to the South Shore one as a treat, because you had to pay to get into that one, and it was always packed,
Yeah.
and so but that was and then that was more Atlantic rather than the Long Island Sound, so big waves.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
since you know me, I tend to get injured at places. I got stung by a bee in the eye at the
Oh,
beach as a kid. Yeah.
what? Like, on your
Yeah.
eyeball?
Well, I th you it went through my eyelid into my eye, but it only got stuck in the eyelid part.
Oh, it got stuck?
Sorry, maybe this is TMI.
Oh my gosh. Well, so what did you remove it? Did a professional remove it? What happened?
Think we immediately went to I don't feel like we went to the hospital. Maybe
Wow.
my parents pulled it out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did your eyelid swell up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Big time.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
man. Probably a picture of that floating around somewhere.
I bet there is. I have to
Surely your
see it.
parents took a picture of that.
Probably, yes, yep, yep.
That's
Do you have any
beach.
I was going somewhere. Oh,
You been to a
y
beach before, Melanie?
any interesting sunburn stories?
Oh, sunburn stories. Oh my god. I pretty much grew up in Florida, so surely I've peeled a lot of skin in my time.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever had like a painful, like really, really bad sunburn. I was very lucky in that I tended to brown. I didn't really get red, or if I got red the next day, it would be tan. You, you're very fair skinned.
I am very fair skinned, so, like, in order for me to tan, I have to just, like it needs to be slowly over the summer, like, a little
Yeah,
bit of exposure at a time, and then by the end of the summer, maybe, but,
yeah.
again, not something really I'm doing much anymore, but I remember once it was 4th of July weekend, and I went to the beach with my sister and a friend of hers, and I thought I did a good job applying sunblock, but it was apparently so patchy, so I had bad not horrible burns, but bad burns, and then perfectly fine skin, like, all
Oh,
over me,
yeah.
and then I think it was January of when we moved to Florida, so January 2025, and it
Wait,
was in, like, I
wait.
nope,
January of
not
2025?
2025.
No.
So it was January of 2005,
There you go.
yep, and it was high 70s, low 80s, so I went to the beach
Okay.
and diligently applied sunblock everywhere except my eyelids, and, yeah, my eyes were closed for part of the time, and it was a bad sunburn on my
Oh my
eyelids.
gosh.
Like, not blistering or anything, I've never gotten, like, what is that? What's that
Sun
called?
poisoning?
Sun poisoning, yeah, I've never
Yeah.
had that, thankfully,
Wow.
but, yeah, the next morning, like, again, everything was my normal skin color, and then my eyeballs were just red
I don't
and
know if I would
swollen.
even think about. I guess at this point we use the spray stuff, so that would get on your eyelids, but I wouldn't think about putting it on my eyelids. I would probably avoid my eyelids because then it would burn my eyes. But
Yeah,
wow,
again, you're right, yeah, so I
Jesus,
just do, like that's, like, the last thing I do when I'm putting anything on my face, and just, like, a little just light tap there and
you
tops of my ears.
you learn the hard way.
Yeah, and then once my sister and I did a cruise, with a friend of ours, and, that first day at sea, we were out on the deck with our SPF 4, on a Caribbean cruise. Tomato the next day.
SPF
It
4,
was like
that's a young person's game.
they shouldn't even sell that. Maybe if you live in Alaska,
You
maybe
know,
SPF.
I don't know,
The
somewhere
next
there.
day was like the formal dress on the
Oh,
cruise for dinner, and I had like a greenish shirt, like maybe olive green or a little bit later, and it offset the red even more. And that's the photo that my father has of me and my sister in his condo, which it's a nice photo if I wasn't,
I think you're gonna need to get a picture of that photo from your dad and post that for all of us to see.
I will I'm sure I have pictures from that cruise.
Did you
Yeah,
ever have to
I will.
deal with tar on the beach in New York? That was, like, a big deal when I was young in Florida. I grew up on the East Coast of Florida, and it was always when you went to the beach, there was tar, like, in the sand, like, and it would get on your feet, and you'd have to go home and pour kerosene all over yourself 'cause there was tar. It was gross. It was like,
How did the
something
tar
you had
get
to.
there?
Huh?
How did the
Uh,
tar get there?
Oil tankers? Probably before there was, environmental regulation on that kind of stuff. Pretty
We're
gross.
talking like 70s, early 80s. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, right, yeah. That's my memory of
Oh,
going as a kid.
interesting.
Man, I
There
spent.
was a
No. No, go
oh,
ahead.
you go.
No, you go.
There was a little snack bar at the beach that we went to, and, like, my sister and I were always allowed to get, like, the crazy ice cream,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
the frog with bubblegum
Yeah,
eyes,
yeah,
that's the
yeah,
one
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
oh, those ones. That was, like, the only place that had it, so always a nice little treat. So that's where I discovered my love of chipwiches.
Oh, so good, chipwiches. They used to sell those at the cafeteria at my high school, at the little offshoot snack bar one. Chipwiches. I ate a lot of those.
Oh, we didn't have that.
Oh, so good.
We had giant chocolate chip cookies, like, literally this big for 50 cents. That was
Oh,
my lunch throughout most of my senior year.
all right. Good stuff.
Yeah. Any other interesting beach stories?
We used to go to the beach when I was in high school. We went a lot. And we used to take the bus because none of us had our driver's licenses yet. And so we would take the bus from where I lived to one of the malls, and that was like the transfer point, and then you take that to the bus. It was like a 3-hour ordeal to get. I lived 20 minutes from the beach, Sean. It was like a 3-hour ordeal for all of us to get to the beach on the bus. But we'd go and have a great time and spend the day. And then once we got driver's licenses, we'd go at night. That was always fun, just go hang out and good times. I was never that was the thing, I was not a sunbather either. It's like I remember going my friend Jason that listens to this podcast, going like, we'd get all ready in the morning and we get to the whole rigmarole, pack everything up, carry everything down to the beach. We got a radio. We're all ready, gonna have a good time. And then I'd be laying there for like 20 minutes. I'd be like, I'm bored. Can we go? It's like
The
taking a bath.
last
Like,
yeah, it's
not
great for the first
it's just
5
it's
minutes,
too
and
much.
then
Yeah, it's just too much being still. Not good enough for me.
mhm. The last house that we lived in before we moved to Florida, we were, like, quarter mile away from the beach, so we would walk down there a lot at night. That was nice.
Yeah, I like the beach at night. That's always nice. And again, being in Florida, it's like 10 to 2 is the time you're not supposed to be at the beach, but you want to get there early because you got to get a parking space. It's just a pain in the butt. That was the other
Yeah,
thing about going to the beach. It was always such a hassle.
yeah, yeah.
First
I
world
mean,
problem.
since yeah, I mean, the entire time that I've lived in Florida, the beach has been no more than 20 minutes, and I couldn't tell you the last time I went, like, to just hang out at the beach.
Yeah, I know. That was the thing is we lived so close to the beach. My whole life I've lived really close to the beach and I really didn't go that much. It was like a social thing. I remember in my BBS days, that was one of the places we have our get-togethers as we go to the beach. And that was kind of fun, we'd play volleyball or just socialize or whatever, but it was not a destination for me, really. And then even when I moved over to the West Coast, same. We'd go to dinner and maybe go watch the sunset. Isn't that funny? Eh. When I lived in California for a year, I don't think I went to the beach and touched the Pacific Ocean until the week I was moving away from California, and I was like, "I gotta go see the ocean."
Yes, you do. Wow.
Yeah,
You ready to get into Buffy versus Dracula?
I'm ready. I don't remember what my prediction was. Maybe you can embed that here, what my prediction was. I don't
I
remember,
can.
but I
Right
think I
here.
wasn't that close. It involved Dracula.
You got
I
that
hit that
right.
nail on the head.
Mhm. If you're watching on video, you may have noticed that I got a new setup. I've spent our little hiatus revamping my office because I do
Revamping.
not revamping. I work from home, so this has always been my office, but it wasn't really a functional room for anything except working. So it is now where I record the podcast and just have a place that's mine and just relax.
I'm so happy for
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
I'm still in the same spot with the same background. So boring. Maybe next year I'll have a special room.
Mm.
Coming to you live from the master bedroom's bathroom.
So this one, when it originally aired, we had a little watch party at my house.
Yeah.
And most people had never seen an episode of Buffy before. There was some of like my diehard Buffy friends who were very excited about us, who were just like there to hang out. And we'll get to it. But the big thing that happens at the end, and we're all like, oh, and they're like,
Yeah.
what? So that sticks in my mind
It's
when
a
I
big
watch
deal.
this one.
What?
So it opens up with Buffy in bed. She's kind of restless.
Yes.
There's an arm next to her, and like the arm is like up high. And then the camera, like the elbows by her head of
Yeah.
this person, who I assumed was Riley. And then the camera, like, then it zooms out, and then his elbow's down here, like 1 second later. So little
Oh,
continuity thing there.
continuity issue. Oh,
Mhm.
I didn't get past his nipples. Sure,
What about them?
Riley and his nipples and his scar.
Yeah, yeah. When he pulled out the chip.
Yep.
You have a lot to say about nipples over the course of this podcast. I gotta say.
Niptacular. I don't know.
So she gets up
Yeah.
and right, so she doesn't wake Riley, she does it quietly. And then immediately, like dramatic music, she's running through the cemetery on a hunt.
Mm-hmm.
She is going after a vampire.
Yeah, really
She does
fast.
a little, yeah. She does a little cartwheel, handspring, round off kind of thing and gets him.
Yep. She sure does. Goes back to bed and falls asleep immediately.
Mhm.
It was very faith-like.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
she had a need, like it was a kind of like I am when I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, I'm just gonna go scroll on my phone. Like, it's like,
So we get credits.
yes,
So you mentioned Emma Caulfield.
yes,
And it was James Marsters in as in the credits last season.
I
He
think
was
so.
right.
Yep. So then we open on the beach scene
Yes,
where they're just having a good time, a fun day at the beach because it's summer.
all the
Riley
balls.
and Riley and Buffy are throwing a football, and he comments that she throws like a girl. That she hits him with the Slayer pass.
Yeah, yeah. Then she throws it like a slayer.
Yeah. That there's a big cinder block grill on the beach. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? I've never seen such a thing as a cinder block grill on the beach. I know fires were prohibited on the beaches that I grew up with. There might have been grills like up on the sidewalk, but I don't even think unless you went to a state park there were. That's so weird.
Well, Xander probably got a job pouring the cinder blocks, and they let him take a few
Maybe.
home. And then he just ran upstairs and grabbed the rack from his parents' oven. Boom,
Maybe.
grill.
Maybe. So he's having a hard time starting the fire. Oh, before that, so Buffy and Riley run up, and Buffy's like, "I'm so hungry," and Riley's like, "I'm starving. Cow me, cow me."
Yep.
Ugh. Just having a
Next
hard
time that I'm
time.
up there, when we go out to dinner, if there's a burger on the menu, I'm just gonna look at the
I was gonna
server's
say cow
counter.
me. Willow ignites the fire with her witchy spell, and then a huge storm descends.
Yeah,
And
because
she
she
says,
was just
You can
talking
kinda your
about
goat."
she said, "Oh, you just have to balance the elements, and, you do this, then" yeah, huge storm rolls up out of nowhere, starts pouring,
Yep.
they all run away,
Oh,
and before we move on from this, I don't know if you saw, but Tara had 2 tiny little braids on the
no,
side of her head. I thought it was cute.
no.
Yeah.
We cut to Sunnydale Castle, because, of course, there's a castle in Sunnydale that we've never seen, and there's some guys there delivering a big crate in the middle of the storm,
Right.
and it's a crate full of dirt because it hits the ground, and the guy's like, "Oh, it's full of dirt," and then
Not just her.
an arm comes out of the crate.
I rewound a couple of times because 'cause I'm like, "How did the guy's throat get sliced?" Because it looked like Dracula, we find out, just punched straight out, but he kinda went out and
Got him
to
with
that
those
guy.
super long nails.
Oh,
And in that moment, there was, like, a very familiar musical sound effect that
I didn't even notice that.
and I maybe listeners can help me identify where I've heard that before. It's a very well-known sound,
People are
like, and you expect somebody to do this,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That
right?
was
Like,
amazing.
turn the head turn
That
really fast in the moment of clarity or something, or the mystery, like, you find out who the killer is, dun, dun, dun. Where have we
we
heard
did
that
that
sound
little head
before?
when you did that little head turn thing, I am making that into an animated GIF. Absolutely.
Okay. So then we're at Giles's, and Willow is helping Giles set up his scanner and his computer, the Scantronic. And because we have to scan in all the books and archive the library.
Yeah,
Didn't we
and he was
archive the
able to see it.
library in the high school library?
Well, he was
That's
starting to,
Scantronic.
but
We've seen that Scantronic before.
yes, because that's I remember Jenny Calendar had set that up for him so that he
Yeah.
could scan the stuff. Because Willow was scanning the Moloch book way back in season 1, and yeah, that's a big flatbed scanner. I had one of those on my computer in the late '90s,
Yep, yep.
and a
He
MacBook.
wants to archive everything so that they have everything they need at hand, because he says he's leaving.
Going
He's
back
gonna go
to
back to
England.
England. Yep, gonna go back to yeah, because they don't need him anymore, and he's gonna tell Buffy about it soon.
Mhm. I was impressed that he felt it was a good thing that they don't need him anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, whether or not he truly feels that way, the fact that he even said that was good. Move on to the Summers dining room.
Yes,
They finish up dinner. Joyce wants to go out for ice cream. How do you say no to that? It's ice cream.
because she's already spent, like, an hour with Joyce for dinner, and that is another hour,
That's me.
that is too much continuous Joyce time.
But Buffy says no, she has to patrol.
She doesn't have to patrol, she wants to patrol.
Really into it.
So, then we cut to her fighting with another vampire in the cemetery, wearing very tight leather pants and a mock turtleneck, even though we've established that it's summertime,
I think those
and
may have been the same leather pants that she wore at the end of season 3 when she was fighting Faith, but
oh,
I don't know.
maybe. I don't know, see, she's becoming more and more like Faith with the hunting and the leather pants, yep, mhm, mm. I was gonna say something else about this, and now I forgot. So, this is where we meet Dracula and his sexy, dark, tall, dark, handsome gothicness.
What did you think of Dracula?
I was like, "Oh my god, he's so stereotypical with that cape, oh man."
Yeah.
But then later on, when he's doing his little when he goes in her room and he's kind of seducing her, I was like, "He is pretty good looking, and those eyes are pretty entrancing." I didn't mind him.
Yeah, yeah. But
I
my
didn't mind him.
note here was all again, all in caps. I was big into caps last night. I love Buffy's hair.
Oh, okay. Hmm. I did not notice. I was too busy looking at Dracula.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
So he knows her. Like, he's heard of her.
Yeah.
She's famous.
And she is the Slayer.
Yeah. And then Xander and Willow are taking a nice little stroll through the cemetery as you do at night.
Yep.
And Willow's kind of telling Xander that she has a secret, but she's not sure she should say what the secret is. And of course, he assumes it's a secret about her and Tara. And he's perfectly happy to hear any secret she wants to divulge about her and Tara.
Gross.
You know, her gross.
Did you notice that at what right when that scene started with Willow and Xander, she called him Xand?
Yes, I did notice that, of course. Gross.
Going back to Buffy and Dracula, when he says, "I am Dracula," she's like,
Yeah.
"Get out!"
Yes. Yep. She doesn't really believe it that he is Dracula of,
Yeah, I wrote down when she
movies and
said,
books.
"Yeah, I met a couple of pimply, overweight vamps that called themselves that."
I thought that was kind of fun that
Yeah,
she did a call out, Anne Rice call out. So he says, "I know about her. You're known throughout the world, and this is why I came to meet the renowned killer." And he mentions here, is this where he mentions it a few times, about the darkness within her.
and her power is rooted in darkness.
Right. She tries to stake him and he just kind of disappears, wafts away. And then Willow and Xander show up and she's like, You guys need to get out of here." And then Dracula appears behind them. And now she's finally starting to believe that it's really Dracula. Does some Xandery stuff. I don't even write down anymore when he talks what his lines are. That's all I put. Xander says some Xander things.
Xander Zans.
Yeah, Xand says some Zandy things. He
Can I take us on a quick tangent?
Yes, please. I love a tangent.
It's, it's Glee related, but
Oh, no. Alright, go.
so the teacher, played by Matthew Morrison, his character name is Mr. Schuster.
Yes. Shoot.
And somebody was watching a video of it, it was on TikTok, and he was doing he does a lot of dancing, sometimes inappropriate dancing with these students, but
Okay.
the person watching is like, "Oh, he's shooing again." It's Xander Xanding again.
Yeah, he's Xanding. I meant to tell you,
Yes.
I saw a car with a Glee license plate the other day. That was their license plate. Their tag
Wow.
number was Glee.
Mm,
Mhm, it's everywhere, still, much to my dismay.
that's
Um,
positive.
so let's see. Oh, there's a kind of a funny camera shot where he's gonna disappear, he's gonna leave, and it's like an over his back camera shot, and he turns into the bat, and he flies away, and they're like, "Ah, bat!" But then he comes back, and he's like in her hair.
Just like batting at
He
her.
just comes over
I would
just to annoy her and get in her hair.
yeah. I did like while Xander was Xanding,
Yeah.
I did like his Little Sesame Street count reference.
Where'd you get that accent? Sesame Street? 3
1,
victims.
2, 3 victims. Ah, ah, ah.
Oh boy. Okay, so now we're at Giles's and they're telling everybody about their encounter with Dracula, and the girls are all kind of swooning over him. And we find out that Anya knows him. She hung out with him a few times back in her demon days, and he's so cool. He's cool.
She's been around for a while.
Yeah. And then Xander says he was no big whoop. Do you remember no big whoop? Like, we
Oh,
said
yeah.
that all the time. No big
Oh,
whoop.
yeah. Yeah. What is the equivalent now?
Well, then it was
No
no
big
biggie. I don't know. What
I'll
is
ask
the
my niece.
equivalent? No big whoop. I don't know.
It's
Kids,
gotta be
you kids, are
yeah.
you listening, kids? I'll ask my niece
Yeah.
and nephew. You ask your niece.
Yes, yes.
She's y
Yeah. And listeners, if you're under the age of 20, I think you qualify to answer that question.
yeah. What's today's equivalent of no big whoop? Giles doesn't know much about Dracula, and there's a lot of myth surrounding him, so we're gonna have to separate that, the myth from the reality, and we gotta do some research, of course. Riley wants to go now. Get him now and fight. And Buffy says, "No, no, no, we gotta wait." And this was a funny moment. Riley's like, "Are you sure you're not saying that just because of his penetrating eyes?" She's like, "No, no, no. There was no penetration."
Good line.
Yeah, that was a good one. So Willow and Tara are going to go do some research. Giles is going to check the library. Riley says he's going to touch base with the initiative. Does he still have an in? I thought he was like dishonorably discharged and written off.
I think he was honorably based on
Oh,
the last episode
like
when
there
he
was
said
some
he
redemption.
debriefed, and yeah, so I
Okay.
think
Okay.
they realized, they saw the craziness that Walsh and Dr. Herberlinger were doing,
Right.
and
Okay. All right. So he's going to go check with those people. Buffy's going to rest. They're going to reconvene in the morning. Okay, so now we have a very perplexing thing happen in the next scene. Xander and Anya are walking. Anya is still going on. She's smitten with this guy, obviously. She's going on, and then they pan up to above them on the building, and there's a wolf walking on the building.
yep,
Is the wolf Dracula?
yes,
That's Dracula. Dracula could turn into a wolf?
he can in the book, the original Bram Stoker book.
Oh, okay. So, well, I guess that answers my second question was how the hell did the wolf get on top of that building?
He probably was in bat form and
Yeah, he was in
then
bat form,
then
landed in
transformed.
the Okay, all right, okay. That was
So the
very strange.
line, it was strange walking on the roof of the espresso pump.
Yeah.
But the line that Anya no, that Xander says to Anya right before they do that is, "You're panting over the guy," and then they went to the wolf, and he's kinda
Oh,
panting.
yes. Yeah, and she's like, "Just mention me if you see him."
Give that quick hey.
You know? So then Xander she leaves, and Xander is walking by himself, and then Dracula appears in front of him, and Xander is all just big talk and Xanding at him, and Dracula is not impressed. Dracula does, like, the Jedi mind trick on him, and is like, "You'll be my emissary during the daytime. And if you serve me well, I'll make you immortal." And then this is what I said, Xander babbles something Xandery, and Dracula says, "You are strange and off-putting."
Did you ever see I think it's Jennifer Lawrence and Chris no, it's that one guy Between Two Ferns.
Zach Galifianakis.
Yes, yes. He's interviewing Jennifer Lawrence, and he says to her, like, something like, "You're off-putting," and then she says, "You should be off-putting because 'cause you're fat."
I think I've seen that one, and then she just goes, So oh, Drew happened to walk in and watch that scene, and he wanted me to tell you that was his favorite line of the episode.
Strange and
"You're
off-putting.
strange and off-putting."
Mhm. Yep. Yep, so Xander is like the Renfield
I
of
wrote.
this episode, yeah,
Yes. Yeah, and
and
Dracula disappears, and Xander's all giggly, and he's like, "That guy's a genius." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that was a little Renfieldy."
he did promise to make Xander immortal
Yeah.
if he helps him out.
Yep. Now we cut to Riley in Spike's crypt, and Spike is there, and he's got a crossbow, and Riley's like, "What you might as well put that down. 1, you can't use it. 2, it's a crossbow, and it's the worst weapon ever. So,
Yep.
just put it down." And Spike's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you're right." He wants information, and it turns out that Spike knows Dracula too. Everybody knows him, of course. And we were rivals, then he got famous, and he ruined it for us because now everybody knows how to kill us.
And Dracula owes Spike 11 pounds.
That's right. Spike is smoking a cigarette without any breath. Magic trick of the episode. He tells Riley, "You're not gonna find him in a crypt. He's gonna have a luxury estate." And Riley's like, "So I should check mansions?" And I put, "No, you should go to the one castle in Sunnydale. Duh." Spike warns Riley that he's out of his depth with this one. And then there's a moment of confrontation between the two of them where Riley's like, Buffy won't kill you now that you can't hurt anybody, but I could still kill you. And they go toe to toe. And man, Riley's a lot taller than Spike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which wait, madam, James Marsters, I'm pretty sure he was taller than me. I mean, not like
He's not a
incredibly
short person. So
he's not short.
Lucas must be a very tall person. But
Well,
Spike blinks first and backs down and Riley leaves.
that's much better than my notes, which were Spike and Riley whip them out to see which is bigger.
Which is basically what happens. Yes. And it turns
Yes,
out
yeah.
Riley's is bigger. Spike just has a crossbow. Back at Joyce's, Buffy's asleep, and then there's fog entering the window, and it's Dracula. You'll be proud of me that I did put there, how did he get inside? He was not invited.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he gets into his big seduction to her. And he does a Jedi mind trick on her and says, pull your hair back. And she does. And he keeps telling her that she's got a darkness and that he knows her. She's kindred. You remember the vampire show Kindred the Embraced? Oh, Sean, you don't remember that show?
When was it on?
Do you remember that there was a role-playing game called Kindred the Embraced?
Nope.
Oh my gosh. It was a vampire role-playing game, and there were different classes of vampires. I don't remember all of them. There was the Bruja, which were like the fighting dudes. There was Toreador, which was like the artists, kind of. Then there was Malkavian. They were the crazy ones. They were my favorite. But when Drew and I first knew each other back in college, we did a live RPG of vampire where we all had characters we had to play, and like the people running, our friends that ran it, we had like, they decorated the apartment, and it was, but anyway, they made a show out of this called Kindred the Embraced. Might have been on Fox. It was horrible. It was horrible, but it was very exciting for those of us that were into that kind of nerdy vampire stuff back then in the day.
So
Um,
that would have been like early 90s?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Okay. I'm
Kindred the
surprised I haven't even
Embraced.
heard of it.
Me too, and I'm gonna see if we can watch it somewhere because that might be a good bonus episode.
Well, that'll be a bonus episode,
Kindred.
or we could do it like as a live or something. Yeah.
1996.
Oh shoot, that's the year I graduated high school. That's I no,
Alright,
I
that's
don't
the
mean it
year I
like that. I
graduated.
just mean
And
like
you know who's in it? Oh, nope.
yeah.
Let's see. Eric King, who is in Dexter, he played, Dokes in Dexter,
Okay.
the one that was always the antagonizing Dexter.
Mhm.
He's in it. Let me see if there's anybody else in it that I know. No, it was a bunch of people I don't know. See, Thomas Howell was a police officer.
Oh,
Kelly Rutherford, she was on
oh,
Gossip
man.
Girl.
Okay.
Anyway, let's see if we
Yeah.
can watch this anywhere. Doesn't it tell you? Rent by on
Yeah.
Amazon. Ah.
I'll spend the
We
$2
should
to
watch
watch
the
it.
first episode together, Sean.
Alright.
Okay, exciting. All right, so anyway, back to this show. So, yeah, he's doing, like, his seduction scene with her, and then when she pulls back her hair, he can see the bite marks on her neck, and he says, "Ah, you've been tasted." I thought he was gonna go, "Forget it, I don't want you." I
Never
don't want
mind.
scraps. But he bites her neck.
Mhm.
The next morning, she wakes up, and I thought, "Oh, maybe it was just a dream, it wasn't real," but no, she pulls her hair back, and you can see the bite marks there.
So, a couple of things.
Okay.
So she was bitten by Angel,
Mm,
which is what I feel the Dracula was referring to,
same.
but the Master also bit her back at the season 1 finale
Oh.
when she died, when she drowned in the pristine white dress. So who
Mm.
knows?
She's
Uh,
very used.
that's not where I was going, but yes.
Dirty.
Um, and then the last thing was when he bit her, the
Yeah.
subtitles said crunch.
Oh, he did? I didn't
Yes.
notice, that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
prince.
man. So,
So
she puts on her little Poochie knockoff scarf and heads out.
immediately it switches to Giles' villa, and Riley's shoving a
Yeah.
red like jelly donut
Yeah,
in
yeah,
her
yeah, yeah, yeah,
face.
yeah, yeah. She does not want it, and, you know, Xander is all Zandy, and he's like, "I'll take it. Give it. Gimme, gimme." So, she's definitely off, and they're reviewing all the facts they've learned, and she's very quiet, and there's something up, they can tell, or, something is weird. Um, and we find out Dracula, he wants a connection with his victims. He's different than other vamps because he's got mental powers. He can show up in your dreams. He can control mind control, but it's very important that the victims want him to take their blood or to become a vampire. And then Xander's over there being all Renfieldy. And as soon as I saw that bug, I was like, "Oh my god, he's gonna eat that bug, isn't he?"
Yep.
Oh my gosh. That was
Got
pretty
some
funny.
yeah. Got some entomophagy going on.
Yeah.
I had to look up what is bug eating
What is it?
bugs called.
Entomo
Entomophagy.
what?
Entomophagy.
Oh, okay. Alright. Buffy is just all of a sudden, she's like, "I'm gonna go get him." Hop off the
Storms out.
couch, she's out. And they're like, "Wait, wait, where are you going? What no." And she just leaves, and Riley follows her, and he's like, "Take off your scarf." He caught on pretty quick, I gotta hand it to him. And she's like, "No, blah, blah, blah." But anyway, she takes off the scarf. He sees the bite marks. Everybody comes out. They're like, "You're under the thrall."
You're under the thrall of the Dark Prince.
That's right. And then Xander's in the background and he takes another bug off of the bush and eats the bug. And then they decide, no, Buffy, you need to lay low. You're compromised. You're gonna lay low and we're gonna go look for him. And then Willow finally asks, "How did he get in your house anyway?" Dun
Freaking Joyce.
dun dun. Of course, it's frickin' Joyce.
Alright, before we get to the Joyce scene,
Ah.
how could you not say anything about the like you could defeat the Dark Master, Vader?
What now yeah, what did he say?
Like you could defeat the Dark Master, Vader.
Vader. Oh, I saw and I was like, "What?" I was
But then
reading
later on
captions and the caption just said Bader, and I was like, "Wait, what?" I missed it.
and
I
and then
I
later
missed the masturbation joke. Oh, I'm sad about that.
and later in the scene, it's like you could defeat the Dark Prince, Vader.
Yes, that was it. Prince Bader. Yes. Okay, that's the one I missed. Okay, that's funny. Ah, Joyce. He seems so normal.
Let's just invite strangers in for coffee in that town full of vampires that you know about.
Hey, Anya and Xander are Buffy sitting,
Yes.
and Anya is complaining a lot about it. And so, what do? Xander shoves her in the closet.
That's the door in front of it so she can't get out.
Yes, and turns around. I'm supposed to deliver you to the master now.
And she's not Buffy is not phased at all. She's
No,
like,
she's
"Alright,
like,
let's go."
"Yeah, take me to him." He's like, He's gonna make me immortal. So you cool with that? Yeah, take me to him. So they go to the castle. I wrote, Buffy is totally under his thrall. Thrall. That word has lost all meaning to me at this point. Thrall. They've said it too much.
She used a lot. Yeah.
Riley and Giles arrive at the castle not long after that. That nobody has noticed before. There's a funny quote there about I've lived here all my life. You know what I've never noticed?
Big honking
Big
castle.
honking castle.
So did Dracula just have it built? Was it always there and there's some kind of like concealment spell on it?
They've just never noticed the castle because
I
there's a
guess
lot
that's a
going on
possibility.
in Sunnydale. Maybe they just never went to that side of town.
Fair, fair, yeah.
I don't think he had it built. That castle had been there a long time. I don't know. I don't know. That's, one plot hole among a million plot holes. Really, I'm not gonna die on that hill.
My
Maybe that could
next
be our
note is
poll. Was the castle always there? Yes or no?
my next note was Buffy Dracula blah blah blah. So I'm hoping you can fill that in a little bit.
Yeah, I just said, but Dracula's still doing his seduction thing with Buffy. He's gonna turn her, but first a little taste. And he says, "But first, I want to give you first a little taste." And then she's like, "You're not gonna bite me again." He's like, "No, I didn't say for me." And then they cut to Riley, and I was like, "Ooh, is he gonna make her bite Riley, or something like that?" But no, we find out later. No. Riley finds Xander in the hallway. He comes in strong, Zandy does, with "Nobody harms my master. You want him, you come through me." Riley punches him out. Okie dokie. Because he might be under the thrall and he might be the emissary, but he is still just Xander,
Yep.
right?
Yeah. Giles opens a door and immediately falls down one level.
Yes.
I did appreciate him talking to himself and say, "At least you didn't get knocked out for a
That's
change."
right. That's right. So then come in the three sisters and start, attacking him. They rip off his shirt and start kissing him and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know that attacking is the word.
They were very aggressive with him, attacking in a
You're
not
right.
so unpleasant way.
Yes. Okay.
Now, in the trivia on IMDb, it says something about that this is the only time that Giles got bit. I did not see that he got bit.
Lots of cuddles,
Yeah,
but yeah,
I
I
don't know
don't
that
think
that's an accurate piece of trivia.
we report inaccuracies on IMDb.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a thumbs down. Back to Dracula, and it turns out he's offering his own blood to her.
Mhm.
I wrote lots of words, very seductive. She drinks his blood.
Did you notice what he said?
What, Sean?
Yeah.
What?
You think you know what you are,
Yes.
what's to come?
Yes.
You haven't even begun.
Yes. That was a callback. Yes, I did get that. Yes.
That's all. That's all I wanted
I
to
didn't
say.
realize it had to be brought up because it was so obvious. So, then and he also says, "Find your true nature." And then when she's drinking the blood, she has flashes of her fighting the vampires and of the first Slayer. And then she punches him back and says, "That was gross." And then she's like, "Here's my true nature. You want to taste?" And she, starts fighting him. And then this is a really the first part of this when she was fighting the vampires in the cemetery, I was like, "Ooh, this is good." Like not even noticeable stunt doubles. This fight, stunt doubles to the max.
Really? I didn't
Oh,
notice.
you didn't notice? Oh my
No.
gosh. It was like they should put the stunt doubles in the opening credits.
Okay. I'll have to go back and check.
So then they cut to Riley rescuing Giles from the chick pit, he calls it.
Yeah.
And he's
Maybe
like,
he doesn't want to be
no,
rescued.
he's like, "Oh, but my shoe, I should go back." It reminded me of Monty Python and the Holy Grail when Lancelot goes to the Castle Anthrax and meets Zoot, and they're all like kind of being all over him, and he's like, somebody comes to rescue him, and they're like, "You're in great peril," and he's like, "No, no, there's no peril." And then he's like, "Just a little more peril. I could just a little. Can I go back a little more peril?" I didn't quote that well, but it was funny, and the scene was
I,
funny too.
yep.
Okay. More fighting between Dracula and Buffy. I can't tell, but it looks like the pants she's wearing are pink leather pants. But they're very tight.
Okay.
She's got very tight pants this episode.
It
Um,
reminded me of something Stephanie Zanoni would have worn in
oh,
Grease too.
maybe. Yes. Yes. With the matching jacket. Yes. Dracula disappears and kind of wafts to the other side of the room, and she jumps and she meets him there, and she stakes him.
Feel like
Woo!
my darkest now.
That's right. Um, Bu Buffy meets up with the others. Xander is no longer under the thrall, and he is pissed off. Um, I'm sick of being the guy that eats the insects and gets the funny syphilis. I'm done being everyone's butt monkey. Okay, dude. Okay. And then Riley teases Giles about the sisters. Riles and Giley.
You
Riley
know,
teases
you're gonna
Giles
have
about
one every season.
which is funny. They all leave, and Dracula kind of reforms and reappears, and she's right there to stake him again.
Watch your movies.
I
You always
watch your
come back.
movies. And then he starts one
But
more time. She's like, "I'm standing right here." Does that mean that he's not really dead? Oh, okay.
yeah,
All right. Okay. So
tells a
this is
lot.
where this is the scene where Sean asked me to record myself watching the last 2 minutes. But what I did was record like the scene where we're at Giles's and Giles is going to tell her. He invited over Buffy for tea and to tell her that he's leaving. But instead, Buffy says, "I have something to tell you." And go, Sean.
Night. Yeah, and so at night, she's not just patrolling, she's been hunting. She
Mhm.
feels different ever since they did that enjoining spell
Mhm.
at the end of season 4. And she mentioned like Dracula understood her powers, saw darkness in it, and she wants to learn more about
Yeah.
herself, about power, the other slayers. And then she ended it with, and I can't do it without you.
Mhm.
I need, she wants him to be her watcher again.
Yep. Aw, he
Nice.
has purpose.
Yeah. I'm
That's
happy.
nice.
Yeah.
And then the scene that Sean wanted me to uh, film myself for is Buffy is at home and she's like, "Oh, mom, okay, I'm going out. Yep, going out." And then she passes by the bedroom where Faith and she were making the bed and da 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 da. And there's a girl in there and she says, "What are you doing here?" And then you hear Joyce say, "Buffy, maybe you could take your sister."
They both turn around. Mom!
Mom!
Credits.
WTF with that?
With what?
That's her sister?
You didn't recognize your sister?
Sean, shut up.
Melanie, we're on season 5.
Sean, I know, exactly. We're on season 5. She does not have a sister, and all of a sudden she has a sister.
I don't know how you missed
You're
it.
funny with your poker face. All right, so I'm interested to see how they're gonna handle this at WTF. Their sister. Little
What do
sis
you
is
think that's
coming
about?
soon. Little sis is coming soon. That's what Faith said,
Mhm.
right?
I'm impressed you remembered that because that's like from like 6 months ago that we watched that one.
I pay attention to some stuff, Sean.
I didn't say you
I
didn't.
retain some stuff. All right. So what do I
So
think
what?
is happening with that?
Mhm.
I think it's not really her sister. I think it's some other dimensional creature or something that is has inserted itself. I don't know if it's an interdimensional or like a I don't know. Something is going on that it's altering their perception. It's not really her sister and it's just making something is making them think that it's her sister and daughter. How many stakes are you giving this episode? I'm not the only one who's out of practice. How many
All
stakes
right,
do you
good.
give this
Can you
episode?
ask that again?
No, we're including that. Don't you cut that out. Sean, how many stakes do you give this one?
I am going with 3.75. I
Ooh,
almost went for 4, but I didn't.
okay, all right. I'm giving it 3.5. It was a pretty good episode.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Favorite line?
I think it was, "How do you like my darkness now?"
Oh, that was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, uh, I'm going for cow me.
Unique.
That's so stupid. Oh man, what's up?
Mark Lucas reading the script, he's like, "I had
Yeah,
to say this. I
yeah,
had to
yeah,
say
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Cam."
yeah. If you want to get paid, what's next?
Next, season 5, episode 2, Real Me.
Real me, real me, real me. So who's the real me? It could be. Ooh, maybe it's a Xander episode. Now he's set forth. He's like, I'm done being the butt monkey. This is the real me. I'm not just Xand. Tough, assertive. I might get punched out with one punch, but I'm still tough. Get to know me. There you go.
Okay.
Okay?
I like your thinking, how you went from this episode into that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good, good. I gotta send you a screenshot.
All right, send me a screenshot.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, screenshot. I got the screenshot. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay, this is Giles and Willow and Buffy reading a book. This doesn't tell me anything, Sean. And what's in the background? This looks like they could be at the magic shop, like at the where Willow gets her spell stuff. Because there's like canisters of things behind them. And Buffy is saying to herself, How how could I have a sister? This tells me nothing. This is the worst
Okay.
screenshot. This tells me
Okay.
nothing.
Well, I mean, you see who's not in that screenshot.
Xander, because he's the real me. So maybe he becomes not real. Maybe he becomes not real and they have to bring him back. He's disappeared somehow. Okay. All right. All right. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will. So tune in. All right. Is it time now to tell them about the socials?
It is.
All right. Why don't you do that, Sean?
All right. We are everywhere that matters at the Sunnydale Diaries. We have a website, thesunnydalediaries.com. And there you can get links to our podcast on various streaming platforms. If you are working on your holiday plans, you get that last month of the Jenny calendar. I know I got a lot going on the next week. I got to write it down.
That's right.
You can send us a message there. You can get an invite to our Discord server. Anything else on the website? Oh, yes. You can get links to our merch, and you can also get a link to Melanie's Etsy store where you can look and purchase some of her fused glass art. Makes a great holiday gift, just saying. And we have an email address, thesunnydalediaries@gmail.com. We love getting email.
We do.
So send us a message.
Please do.
We'll respond.
Sure. Eventually.
Yeah.
We're not always timely, but we do respond.
I think it's bad because we both have access to it. So like
We
you'll
never
open it
know.
so then I don't see it, or I see it and see it's open like, oh, I gotta ask Melanie about that. And then I forget. So
Oh, I've
but
been
we respond.
I've been staring at this email from Ryan for weeks. Ryan, I'm so sorry. We are going to respond to you. You emailed us
Yes.
on November 18th. It's the worst.
Oh,
We haven't responded back to you. Ah, you're in
normally
our
our
heart.
turnaround time is much better with emails. It's been a busy few weeks.
It really has. Yeah.
So we will be back in the new year,
Mhm.
Monday, January 5th,
Holy smokes.
with Real Me.
Yee-hoo. Can't wait to find out what happens.
See
All
you
right.
there.
Bye, guys.